This is Tom Fox. I'd like to welcome you to the newest addition to the Compliance Podcast Network, the Compliance Tip of the Day. This is the podcast where you bring you daily insights and practical advice on navigating the ever-evolving landscape of compliance requirements. Whether you're a seasoned compliance professional or just starting your journey, my aim in this podcast is to provide you with a bite-sized, actionable tip to help you stay on top of your compliance game. Join us as we explore the latest trends from the Department of Justice, share some best practices, demystify complex compliance issues to help keep your organization doing business ethically and in compliance, and at the end of the day, more profitably. Tune in daily for your dose of compliance wisdom. Let's make compliance a little less daunting, one tip at a time. Now a word from the sponsor of the Compliance Podcast Network, Ethico.
In compliance, the value of anonymous reporting is undeniable. But with Ethico, anonymity doesn't mean a loss of connection. Our blinded, two-way communication fosters an environment of trust and confidentiality, encouraging open and honest dialogue. It's not just about receiving reports. It's about understanding the story behind each one, creating a culture of integrity and respect. Transform your approach to anonymous reporting with Ethico. Begin your journey at ethico.com/CPN, where you can book a demo, access an exclusive white paper by Tom Fox titled The ROI of Compliance, and utilize our free ROI calculator.
Today, we begin a series of compliance tips of the day where we look at corporate culture and the redesign of corporate culture. So today, it's just that, redesigning corporate culture. The example of Boeing is perhaps the most prominent in everyone's mind right now, but how do you begin to think through redesigning your culture? Well, there are 4 key elements that you need to think about. Number 1, understand what matters. Probably the top concern is to understand what matters at your company, where and how a productive workplace takes place. And this is obviously more challenging now in the era of working remotely and working from home. Number 2, imagining new ways of operating. Understanding the key driver of productivity is important, and you need to create opportunities for employees that literally they can work anywhere. Once again, the revolution brought forward during COVID of working from home is a key element here. Next, model and test new ways of working. For compliance, this could mean a customer-centric approach and a hybrid approach of how you consider helping your employees through compliance challenges going forward. But it also means, once again, thinking about the delivery of compliance services, communications, and messaging. And finally, act and create. Managers must be engaged, so you should consider a series of workshops to help create a management playbook. Communicate how new work models can improve talent attraction and retention while supporting the strategic aim of the vision. Employees and managers need to have more open and robust communications going forward, and managers should share in a peer-to-peer review network how you can, or their thoughts and observations on how the ideas and new attributes you try are working. So there's a variety of ways you can think through this and help to redesign both your corporate culture and compliance. As you know, this month's sponsor of the Compliance Podcast Network, including this podcast, is Ethico. Have you ever wondered about the ROI of your compliance program or had concerns with presenting budget proposals to your CFO? Well, I partnered with Ethico to write a white paper on the ROI of compliance and how you can think through compliance as an investment strategy. Ethico has put together a ROI calculator for you. Check them out on the website. This is Tom Fox again. This new podcast, Compliance Tip of the Day, will appear daily. And frankly, it's one of the most requested topics for a podcast that I get on a regular basis. It's going to be short and sweet with one tip with some takeaways that you can utilize to implement into your compliance program. If you've got a question that you would like a tip on, please submit them through our website, and we will use them in an upcoming episode. The Compliance Tip of the Day is a production of the award-winning Compliance Podcast Network.